So I hear this term de-indexing. What does it mean? Is it actually a good thing? Because, ultimately at the end of the day, clients want to have their content removed from the internet.
Sure. So at National Security Law Firm, we define a successful removal in a couple of ways. So first is we're taking the web page down in its entirety. Second could be anonymizing you, taking your name out of the article. Maybe there's a bunch of other content in the article. We can't just get the publisher to agree to remove everything, like a police blotter. They might list 20 people's names, but we can convince them to remove your name so that article no longer returns in search results. That would be considered a successful removal. And then the third thing that we consider a successful removal is what we call de-indexing. What de-indexing is, it's basically we are able to convince either Google or the platform, the publisher itself, to insert coding onto that web page. And this coding tells Google and all other search engines, Yahoo, Bing, etc., do not return this result in search engine results pages. So if someone were to Google your name, that article would not appear on any of those search engines in the results. It's as good as gone when it comes to the public view. There's only two ways that somebody would be able to access a de-indexed article. The first way would be if they already had a direct link to the URL. So if they were to click that link, then that web page would still be there with your name and everything on it. Nothing would be changed from the web page. Again, that's just inserting coding. They're not changing the web page itself. And so if somebody already had a direct link to the URL, they'd be able to click on it and see it. The second way they could access it is if they go to the actual website itself. Let's say it's CNN.com. And they were to use the internal search engine, that little search bar on that website, and put in your name, then it could come up in their search results. But in order to do either of those two things, someone would basically already have to know the article exists, already have that URL. So when someone's Googling your name or searching in Yahoo, Bing, it's not going to come up. So de-indexing, it's basically as good as gone. The other important thing to keep in mind is we always try to negotiate for those other two removals first, like taking your name out in its entirety or getting the web page taken down in its entirety. We will always negotiate for those outcomes first. And only if they're not able or willing to do those things will we resort to de-indexing. But again, de-indexing is a fantastic result. It's better, the suppression is pushing down in search engines. It's still going to show in those search engines, but with de-indexing, it does not. So there's basically two ways to de-index. The first way is through the publisher itself, and that's what we usually try to do. So we reach out to the legal department or the editor, and we convince them to add this no index tag. Sometimes they don't know what that is. We have to educate them, teach them how to do it, which works many times. The second way is Google will sometimes de-index an article, but this is very, very rare. Google will usually only de-index an article where there is a court order directing Google to de-index, or it's content that maybe involves sexual exploitation of children, or if we can convince Google that the website where your content is posted engages in exploitative removal practices. So these are very rare exceptions. 99% of the time, Google's not going to get involved. And what we're doing is convincing the actual publishers to insert this coding onto their webpage.